Hello everybody. So what I have here is a detailed map of what I'm making today. I'm making a snow person or an elf or a me in winter clothing. If I was hanging out at the North Pole, how would I dress? Well, I might dress like an elf with a goofy hat and different colored sleeves, and this could be an elf on a shelf. It could be a snow person, could be a self-portrait of you in winter clothes. So I need an oval for a head. I need a rectangle for a torso or a chest. I need a rectangle with a triangle cut out for the legs. There's different ways to do this. Then I need two strips for arms that are pretty thick as or as wide as the legs or the cuff of the ankle. I'll need two hands or mittens. These are the detail shapes for the face, like the nose is a triangle. The eyes are ovals with dots or circles. And then the mouth is a letter D shape, like when we drew the bird. And then I need boots, which are L shapes basically. And then the hat is a crescent triangle or a curved triangle, a ball up top, and here's the fringe, and then maybe a belt. That will complete my person. Now, I'm going to start with full sheets of paper, and I'm showing you as I zoom out. These are the papers that I need. So I need red, I need green, I need white, I need a little bit of black, and I've made it into a quarter sheet, and a little bit of yellow. This is to make the elf. Now, you can make this the same way with different colors. It's fine with me. This is my black background that I'm working on. So I don't have a small piece of white, or maybe, yes I do already from my previous project. So I'm going to keep that to the side and my other quarter sheet, and here's my list. I have a pair of scissors. I will need glue and these papers, and I'm going to go in quarter size sheet. This is going to be the standard. So putting it to the side, I have these. What I need to do is divide my red and my green. So I'm folding this in half. And now you can make this twice as big. You can make it with a full sheet of paper, and it's as big as a door when you do that. Almost as tall as a door, 8-foot door. Because if you think about it, this is a foot wide, so it's 18 inches tall, so it's a foot, almost a half tall, times 3 or 4. So you get into that multiplication, that's a tall piece of work. 36, 72 inches tall. I was 72 inches tall at one point, I think. Maybe you are. So now I have my pieces cut into quarter sizes. So if my chest is red, then my legs are green, and then my hat will be green, and my arms are, okay, so I can make my hat red, arms green. Here's an easy way to do arms. Most simple one. Fold this in half, long ways, cut straight. Bingo, 2 arms. Put those to the side. I don't need my trash, I'm throwing that. All I need to do with my torso is to round these corners. And then the sleeves will go on, the arms go on behind it, right up at the top of the shoulder. You don't want it to come out like this, like a robot. No, you want it right behind there, and then that's good. These pieces I can brush off to the side. Now, one thing I'm discovering, I don't have tan for my face. I could use brown, depending on what I want my person to look like. If it's a self-portrait, I would probably want to use tan paper or a peachy color. I could use yellow and then tighten it up with some more color on top of it. I could use white and color the skin or the face in. This is a kind of pale orange. I'll be right back. I'm going to find a piece of tan paper because I have that manila paper. So this is the piece I found. So I'm putting it next to my hand. It's pretty close. Closer than yellow. and closer than orange or red for sure. So I wouldn't want to use red for my skin. Either brown or tan. Orange if you had to, and then you could also, well, you could also use white and then color it in. So this would be the trickiest part, is the skin. What I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this together. Excuse me. Basically, I need an oval about this big. And I don't need it to be covered with glue. Just a little. Can you see that? It's subtle. Not enough to drip off. But now I'm smashing it together. And I don't want to fold this because I don't want it to have a crease in the middle. But I'm cutting an oval shape. What I did is I folded 2 pieces of paper, put this piece together, it's a half a sheet, drew an oval, glued it together, cut it out, and then there's my oval. That's my head piece. Putting this to the side. Now I have my arms, I have my, this is going to overlap, this is going to go behind, all right? Like that. That's my person already. So now for the legs, here's the easy way. Fold this in half. And then just cut a really pointy triangle. Now you could use that for a hat, but that doesn't really look like an elf hat to me. But here's my legs. So let's start to assemble. I just need a little bit, just a whisper of glue on there. A little bit overlapping. Now this will be covered with the belt. I may not want to glue all this together yet. I may want to put hair on behind here. Let me find brown paper. Do I have brown paper? I do have yellow, but that's not me, so I didn't want to use that. But you see me hunting for different supplies, just like you might have to at home. It is tricky to find everything. Well, today I'll use black. So all I really need for that, ladies and gentlemen, is to have a shape that goes behind the head. And here's the fold. So maybe I just want that. And just like that. Now let's see, what's this gonna do? It looks like Darth Vader if I have it like that. It looks a little better if I have it like that. But then the hat is going to go over this, and these are parts I want to think about. So really, all I need is this. This is going to come either in front of or behind, and then it's going to stick out. So with this, I'm going to make the hat, so then you'll see that I can make this bent crescent triangle shape. And this is folded up, so I'm cutting this off. I want to overlap this onto there, angle this out. I've done this in different ways. You could put this on behind, but play around with how you put the hair on, overlapping, underlaying. What goes in front and what goes behind is always changes the outcome. It's like when you draw something, and where you put it and how big it is, and think about that stuff, I hope. This is the fringe for the hat. It's not anything too special, but that goes together like that, and this and this. Okay, so let's start to assemble. This is going to look okay here. Like I need a haircut. So putting just a little glue here and a little here, and then I'll adjust this. This can come up, and this can come up and almost together. See on the back? Some people have hairstyles like that, but then you're going to glue this fringe on, and then you're going to have the hat there. So I do this. I stick it on the glue, and then I stick this here, and then I put this on top. Now I'm holding it up just to show it to you, but it does make it a little more difficult for me to do. So that is the head of my elf for today. It's going to overlap. I can glue it on just like that. So all I need is this half circle, half oval shape. Fits right over the top. Press it on for about 20 seconds. Just a little bit of glue here. Lift this up. Put this behind that shoulder. Press 20 seconds, usually counting in my head when I'm pasting something together. Okay, let's check my list. I have my face, but I don't have my features. I have my shirt, but I don't have my buttons. I have my arms, but I don't have my hands. I don't have my boots. So I do have my hat. I don't have the ball. I need 3 circles. Watch this. This is what I cut the fringe from. And I'll use the rest of this to cut eyes also. So I know I need those parts. Here's a couple circles, actually 4, but I need eyes. So I'm cutting kind of squinty football shapes or eyes. And I have 4. I don't need 4. I could give 2 to a friend, and those are kind of big. If I want a creepy elf, that's fine, but I'm going to cut those down. Yeah. If you made a mummy, then you probably know how to do this. If you made the Frankenstein or the witch, then you definitely know how to do this. It's only a variation on the same theme. Now, wanted a button there and there. Are they going to work or look goofy? It's okay if it looks goofy. It is kind of an elf. Moving this, putting the ball here, and then I'll go ahead and glue my eyes and put that for the mouth. I'm going quickly. You can take your time. I'd rather you spend more time doing than watching. Now, I did need a mouth. There's no problem cutting one out of here. Look, that's the perfect shape. It's a smile. I have quite a few because that paper's folded. That always saves me time. Now, I did have this piece out of the face. I need a little triangle. And if I round that off just a little bit, that works fine for a nose, and it even has a little, it stands up a little bit. It gives it a little texture and 3D quality. Now, to save time, you could draw in the eyes, but I really like to cut everything on a paper craft sculpture because I think it looks cleaner. It just, to me, it looks better. I do need a belt. That's a black strip, and then I'll measure it to my elf because I know that's a little too long. And then I can mark this with my fingernail. I just crease it. And there I can see my mark and draw this line straight across. I still need gloves. I still need pupils in my eyes. And for this, I can use black. Now I have this tiny piece that I just cut. I ask for pupils, and here I go. Let's see, can I cut these as big as possible, but not too small? Let's try them. If we don't like them, we can cut bigger ones. It will look cuter if it has bigger eyes. It'll look more, I don't know, scary if it has smaller pupils. But that's okay, that works. You could put red dots right there for cheeks. What do I need? Well, I need mittens. I need boots. I need to clean that crow off my bird stuck to his head. So this was only for the belt buckle. I'm just cutting a recessed square out of here. So it's a square cut out of a square. And that's it. That goes right there. That's his buckle. I did need boots, but I don't want red or green. I want black or even blue would look cool. I did have black. And maybe I used that piece of black, but nope, found it here. So I needed 2 boots and I needed 2 hands. Well, I think this is perfect. If I cut my mittens like a oven mitt together or draw them, it's just that kind of shape. And now the boots, remember it was an L, kind of an L shape, and then kind of pointed up, but not impossible to walk in, probably like that, something like that. Those are kind of chunky and maybe a little too tall. Let's clean this off. Pick this up. These boots can go straight over the top, but you really want them to tip out. See where that goes? I like them to point out, because if they point the same way, it looks kind of weird. It can work, but if they point in together at each other, then it looks like you're going to fall down. So that's just my opinion. You might like that look. It's okay. Different strokes. So that doesn't look right if I overlap that. I want that to go right behind it. And press that on. You can get carried away if you want. You can put fringe everywhere. You can turn this into a card for somebody you care about. But there, let me take this background stuff away and show you my elf. Now, remember, this doesn't have to be about Christmas. This can be about how you dress for snow. This can be an Arctic explorer. This could be you or mom or dad or sister. Could be a self-portrait, could be an elf on a shelf. All we're doing is building a figure, and this is a good excuse to build a figure. It's kind of so big, it's having a hard time fitting in the camera. There we go. Let me scooch back just a bit. So let's check my list. Back in. I have a head, face. I don't have eyebrows. Let's do that. I have a black crayon and a marker right here, my set. If I want him to look surprised, I would arch them up. But there, I just drew them on real quick. I'm not gonna draw nostrils there. I'm not gonna draw teeth. I really don't need anything else on there, I don't think. But I have everything. I could put my name on the back. N-A-M-E. That's how I write name. And I have checked everything off my list. Mittens. I have eyes, nose, mouth. Boots. I have pants, of course, arms. I have the hat and the fringe and the belt and the buckle. And so I made an elf today. You can choose an elf, a snow person, a self-portrait of you in your winter clothes. If you have a pink coat, use pink paper or red paper. Try to get as close as possible to make it look how you want to make it look. Hopefully you enjoyed making this paper elf snow person or self-portrait of you in winter clothes. It's been fun. You can use this technique to make any kind of figure of the human body. Hope you hang this up, decorate, enjoy. Bye-bye.